there's someone watching who I know is laughing because I told them about this in advance. So, the person beginning with F, hello. Yes, of course, I am dressed up as Gangsta Granny. It's very clever when you've got a black hoodie and black leggings and a black face mask. So, I'm not doing this the whole lesson, by the way. In a second, I'm going to try and take all this off because I don't want to get too hot. So, hopefully you've got the quiz for today. If you haven't, run off, go and print it quickly, or just have it on a different screen, and we'll get started in just a second while I've undone all of this. Oh wow, I've just seen myself. Okay. Right, let's do some shout outs. Woo! Oh, that's better. I think hopefully I'll be alright with the hoodie on. So we've got Keris watching. Hi Keris. We've got Nalupa from Blandford. Hi. Got Megan in Ireland. Hello. We've got Darcy in Plymouth, and we've got Rihanna. Hi. We've got Jake in Cambridgeshire. Yeah, you were all guessing. Oscar, well done. Sophie. Hi Zach and Henry. Hi Sam. Hi Phil. Welcome. We've got Zach and Kent as well. Welcome. If you missed me at the beginning, dressing up, obviously the lesson is on YouTube, and the Facebook Lives to catch up on afterwards, so don't need to miss all the fun. Are we late? No, you're not late. You're not late, don't worry. I just did a bit of dressing up at the start. Okay. Maybe I'll dress up at the end, just to keep you all entertained. Okay, so yesterday, Roald Dahl. Today, David Walliams. Okay, the funny thing is, Roald Dahl I've grown up with all my life. I loved reading Roald Dahl when I was younger, and I know how fab David Walliams is because all the people that I've taught at school or tutoring have told me. Unfortunately, I've never actually got around to reading a David Walliams book. It's still relatively newish, and I suppose I've been so busy with teaching and so forth, I've not had the opportunity to. And I don't have a David Walliams book, so when I posted this, I thought, oh no, like there's no bookshops and open. But then I did some very thorough research yesterday morning by watching Gangsta Granny. So today's quiz, which I'm sure you've all had a go at, is themed around Gangsta Granny, and it's amazing. I really did laugh out loud here. I thought it was fantastic. So let's tackle the problems featuring Gangsta Granny. So question 1, I will come back to shout outs and so on in a little bit. So question 1 says, Ben, our character Ben, is served 2 tins of cabbage soup every Friday at Granny's house because he tries to sneak one out, doesn't he? So each tin contains 650 grams of soup. So 650 grams of soup. And it says right at the beginning, he's served 2 tins every Friday. Okay, so each can contain 650 grams. How much soup does Ben have to eat or hide in the plant pot in 4 weeks? So here's our working out. 650 grams of soup. Whoops, there goes my pen lid. 650 grams of soup for 1 tin, and he has 2 tins every Friday. So we need to find out how much he has on a Friday to start. So we need to multiply this by 2, okay? Because then we know how many grams he has every Friday. So no 2s are nothing. 2 5s are 10. 2 6s are 12. So he has 1,300 grams of cabbage soup every Friday, unless the plant pot has most of it. And then we need to see how much that is in 4 weeks. How much does he consume for 4 weeks? So we then need to multiply this by 4. Anyone like cabbage soup? No, there's no 4s or nothing. No 4s or nothing. 3 4s are 12. 1 4 is 4 plus the 1. 5,200 grams cabbage soup. I like cabbage, not cabbage soup. So well done if you got that answer. Yay! Just having a look. I always say I look over and have a quick look at the feed. So well done. If you got that, let's have a look. Okay. Question 2. There is 180 pages in the latest edition of Plumbing magazine. So it's 180 pages. Very important. Ben reads 60% of it in a week. So he's read 60% is read. Okay. How many pages are still left to read? Okay, so it's still left. So we actually don't want the 60%. Okay, but it gives us a clue. If you complete something, if you have all of it, if you read the full of it, it's 100%. So we can do a bar model to help us here. So if you've read 60%, this bit is how much is left to read. So what do you add to 60 to make 100? 40. So there's 40% left to read. And we need to work out what 40% of 180 is. So first of all, let's find 10%. 10%. If you're finding 10% of a number, you divide it by 10. So we do 180 divided by 10, which is 18. So 10% is 18, but we want 40%. So to find 40%, you do 18 times by 4. Okay? 4 8s are 32. 1 4 is 4, 5, 6, 7. So it should be 72 pages. Let's see how everyone did. Let's have a look. Yeah, it's not a percentage you're looking for, it's how many pages. Well done on the last question. Well done. Yeah, 72. Brilliant. So really reading the question carefully. We're not looking for a percentage, we're looking for the number of pages. Okay? If you're not sure about that, don't worry. Like I say, you can always rewatch the lesson or have another go at a similar question. Okay? I think they're going to be percentage questions like that through the week. So what's great about these is, even though it's fun relating to David Walliams, it's good practice of a range of maths topics. Question 3. During their dance practice, I love this part, sliding each other across the floor. During their dance practice, Mike and Linda complete 6 full spins during one dance. So 6 spins. Now, if you've been doing Maths Live, you'll know this links very closely to last week's lessons. Because we need to know how many degrees is 6 spins. So let's think what one spin is. If you're facing a direction and you do one full spin across, so if I'm facing you guys and I do one full spin, how many degrees is that? How many degrees is a full turn? Hopefully you remembered that it's 360 degrees. But like many dancers, they are capable of doing multiple spins in one motion. So Mike and Linda managed to do 6 spins. So we need 6 lots of 360. Now you could do your column method, okay, or you could do grid method. Remember, I'm doing a quick method. I'm doing my method to show you. You might have done grid method. There's so many. That's the nice thing about word problems. There's so many different ways to tackle certain problems. It's not like, here's a set column method, addition, do the question. It's not arithmetic. You can interpret it in different ways. So don't worry if you followed my method exactly, especially if you got the same answer. No 6s are nothing. 6 6s are 36. 3 6s, 18, 19, 20, 21. 2,160 degree spin. If you're a dancer, you'll know all about that. Well done. Oh, super. Those of you who've just come in late, those of you who've been in, can you tell everybody who I was dressed up as at the beginning of the lesson? And I promise I'll dress up as again at the end of the lesson. Who was Steph dressed up as at the beginning of the lesson? Okay, so the next question. During a game of Scrabble, Granny places the word quizzical on the board. Okay, if you don't know what Scrabble is, you have to make words using the letters that you've been given, and when you place the word, you get a certain amount of points. So these letters represent different numbers of points, and obviously the trickier letters like Q, Z, Z represent more points. Whereas if you have A and B and C, they're quite easy to put in words, so they have less points. So we are told the letter scores are 10 for Q, 10 for U, okay, 1 for I, 10 for Z, 10 for the other Z, again 1 for I, 3 for C, 1 for A, and 1 for L. Those are the individual scores, but before we find out how much you score, we're told that the letter C is placed on a double points place. So C is worth a double point score. What is Granny's score altogether? What does she score in that round of Scrabble with the word quizzical? Let's have a see what you've written. Okay, I've got a few answers. So let's add it up. I know it's quite difficult on the sheet that I did because I kept them a bit squashed together, but obviously you could have rewritten it if you wanted to. So 10, 20, 30, 40. Okay, I've got my 10s added up. Okay, and then I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I've got 3, but it was a double point score, so I need to double it, so that's 6. And then 40 plus 4 plus 6 is 50. So the answer is 50. Well done if you got that answer. So now I know you might think, oh, that's just adding numbers, just adding one-digit numbers, that's easy. But no, you've got to, like I say, read the question, put it all together. Okay. Question 5. I love Raj. Raj is cheeky. At Raj's newsagents, Ben buys his latest magazine edition, costing £3.20. So it costs, so his magazine costs £3.20. And he pays with a £5 note. How much change is he going to receive? How much change is he going to receive? Now, if you've watched a previous lesson on me subtracting money, you'll know that there's two methods. You can either count on from £3.20 till you get to £5, or you can do column subtraction. Okay, I'm going to do column subtraction, but again, it doesn't matter which way you've done it. So we start with £5, and we're going to subtract £3.20. So I'm going to line my decimal points up. So 0 take away 0 is 0. Now, 0 take away 2, we can't do it. You can't have 0 and take away 2. So come across the 5, make it one less, and put the 10 here. The 10 take away 2 is 8, and then 4 take away 3 is 1. So he has £1.80 in change. £1.80. Well done if you got that. So you've already covered adding, subtracting, multiplying, dividing, percentages, money, converting measurements already, and we're only on question 6. Question 6 is Strictly Come Dancing starts at 7:15. By the way, I know it doesn't actually start at 7:15. I'm just making up to make the question a little bit trickier. So Strictly Come Dancing, I had 2 messages. Did you know that Strictly doesn't actually start at 7:15? I know. I'm using what is called artistic license in my maths. It starts at 7:15 and it lasts an hour and a half. So 1 hour, 30 minutes. Okay. Or you could have just put an hour and a half. Okay, doesn't matter. Okay. Ben sneaks out when the show starts to find Granny and returns 10 minutes before the end of the show. What time does Ben crash back into the house? So he returns 10 minutes before the end. So there's 2 different ways of doing this. You could find out what time the show actually finishes and then count backwards 10. Or you could take 10 minutes off the show time and find out what time Ben's coming back. I've mainly shown the full time and then take 10 minutes off, but let's have a go at this. So if you take that off and subtract the 10, that means it's 1 hour, 20 minutes that Ben is out. Okay. So 7:15. Let's add the hour. That's 8:15. So we've done that. And then we need to now add 20 minutes. Okay. So 15 plus 20 is 8:35. So that's what time he comes crashing back into the house. And his parents are wondering, what on earth is he doing? Why have you got an open window? And what does Ben say? Does anyone know what Ben says when they come? What are you doing when he sneaks back in? What does he say? Brilliant. Well done, Darcy. Well done, Amelia. Fantastic. We both got it. Yay! What did Ben say when he crashed back into the house? I'm just having a look. He said, I was dancing. Of course he wasn't, but seemed the best excuse at the time. Okay. Oh, wrong page. I was going to say, I'm sure we've done question 2. Question 7. During her weekly burglary activities, Granny steals 550 grams of earrings on Monday. So, we'll just put M for Monday. She steals 550 grams of earrings. On Wednesday, she steals 1.2 kilograms of necklaces. And on Saturday, 920 grams of bracelets. What is the total weight of the jewellery stolen in kilograms? Okay, and you can already see that we've got kilograms, grams and grams. So we need to actually blend them all together anyway. So this problem involves converting measurements. Okay, you could either put them all into grams, add them together and convert them back into kilograms. But I think it's easier to put them all into kilograms first and then just add them together. So, we need the base number. How many grams is in 1 kilogram? We need to know that in order to do this problem. Kilo means 1,000. So well done if you knew that. Therefore, if we have 550 grams, well, there's no thousands there, is there? So it has to be 0 point, look, the thousands is empty. So there's no whole kilograms. So it's 0.55 kilograms. Okay, so 550 grams. We've converted this one. We've got our 1.2 there. So we've got that one. And then 920 grams, again, there's no thousands there. So it's 0.92. You can put the 0 on the end, but it means exactly the same thing. They're now all in kilograms, so we can add them all together. So 5 plus 2 is 7. And then 9 plus 2 is 11. Plus the 5 is 16. Carry the 1, and then 1 plus 1 is 2. So it's 2.67 kilograms. Let's have a look. Well done. Let's have a look. Just having a look, so I'm just having a quick scroll back. Jewellery, oh no, jewellery does come in grams. Jewellery does come in grams. Yeah, because like if they weigh gold to see how much it's worth. So it's the weight of silver or the weight of gold, or it gives how much it's worth. It's not like the area or like it's not the volume of it, it's its weight. So yes, it does come in grams or kilograms or milligrams or so I'm getting all confused now, but yeah, you do weigh jewellery. Question 8. Ben's model for the Tower of London has a base. He uses his cereal boxes, doesn't he? So his is the base, okay, and it measures 53 centimetres long and 46 centimetres wide. Okay, and we're asked for the area and the perimeter. Right, I'm going to start with perimeter. The perimeter, remember, is the distance around the outside of the shape. So if it's a rectangle, we know if this is 46, then this must be 46. And if this is 53, then this must be 53. So we're adding 46, 46, 53 and 53. Okay. I'm going to actually do it two separately. Now, I know some of you might say, well, you can add 46 and 53 and times it by 2, but I don't like timesing when I'm talking about perimeter because that could confuse with area. So I know schools do it a different way, but I prefer to stick with area as the total all the way around through adding. Okay, so 46 plus 46, so 6 and 6 is 12. And then 4 and 4 is 8 plus 1. So those two sides are 92 here. And then 3 and 3 is 6. 2 3s is 6. 5 and 5 is 10. So this side's 106. So if you blend them both together, that is 198 centimetres. So the perimeter is 198 centimetres. Well done. Area. Area is length times width. So for this part, we need to multiply the 46 and the 53. Now again, depending on what class you're in at school, what age you are, you'll have done it in different ways. Some of you might have done column method, some of you might have partitioned, some of you might have done grid method. Doesn't matter what method you've used, okay? It's the method that's best for you. I'm going to use column method, so 46 times by 53. So I'm going to multiply for my 3 first. So 6 3s are 18, so 8. Carry my little 1. And then I'll do it multiplying the 3 again. So I've done the 3 times the 6, and now I'm going to do 3 times 4, which is 12, plus the 1, which is 13. Okay, right, I've multiplied my 3s, now I'm going to focus on my 5s. But we've got to put a 0 because the 5 is actually 50. So putting the 0 there helps us get rid of that, and now we can multiply as if it is 5. Again, if there's anything you're not sure about or you've not learnt about this before, go back onto my YouTube page. I've got several lessons on this. So 5 6s are 30. So 0, carry a 3. And 4 5s are 20 plus the 3, 23. How am I going to fit it on the page? So it is 8, 3, 4, 2. So 2, 4, 3, 8 centimetres squared. If you put 2,438 centimetres and forgot the square bit, I will let you off. But remember, area is 2 dimensions, so you need to put the little squared at the end. But you'll learn from it. You'll learn from it if you didn't. Well done. I can see we're doing very, very well with this. Now, yesterday's lesson, I told you I stole the questions from a well-known educational website, but I've made these up myself. So if there's anything that are wrong, it's my fault. Okay, 2 more questions. We're all good. When Ben raised the water pressure to burst the tower's water pipes to distract everybody from him and Granny getting into the tower, 2/5 of the 30 beefeaters on guard that night left their post to help. Right. So there's 30 beefeaters. Now, if you haven't watched Gangsta Granny, or you're just not sure what, it's not people that eat beef. Beefeaters are specially appointed persons that act the guards for the Tower of London, okay, or where the crown jewels are. So they've got a very elaborate uniform. They have a weapon in case anyone. So it's a very, very, it's like the police but much more traditional. Okay, so it's not a random. Yeah, it's not a random eating thing. So 30 beefeaters are standing guard, and we're told that 2/5 of them basically run off to help. So 2/5 go to help. And we're asked, how many beefeaters stayed at their post? Right. So if 2/5 go to help, that means 3/5 didn't. 3/5 stayed. And we need to work out what is 3/5 of 30. Okay. Now, 3/5. We need to find 3/5, first of all, we need to find out what 1/5 of 30 is. 1/5 of 30. That means, can you divide 30 by 5, or how many 5s can you fit into 30? Okay, 6. So 1/5 of 30 is 6. We want 3/5, so we times our answer by 3, and that's 18. So 18 beefeaters stayed where they were to protect the crown jewels. Let's see. 18. Brilliant. You got the Gangsta Granny book? Amazing. Okay, this is my favourite question. The last one, just because it's a bit silly. I made this one up. But yes, the jewels. I know it's really sad, the ending of Gangsta Granny, but I do like this ending. The jewels were found outside the charity shop. And they were found after examination. They were worth, in my opinion, to be worth £30 million. So £30 million. Woo! There were a lot of jewels, to be fair. Okay. Now, if the money was split between 8 charities, right, split. Think, what operation do we mean by split? If you have a cake and you split it amongst people equally, remember you always split things equally, what does that mean? Split, that's what the good thing about word problems, you need to decode what the words mean. Split means divide, okay? So we're dividing by 8 charities. So we're going to be dividing the £30 million by 8. Now the problem is, what does 30 million look like in numbers? We're going to do bus stop, because we know to divide a single number. But what do you write underneath? So how do we write 30 million? Oh, that isn't you. I'm just really badly at writing. Okay. 1 million has got 6 zeros. Okay. So you need to put the 30 in front of that. So there's 30. Okay. And then you've got 1, 2, 3. So that's 30,000 at the moment. 4, 5, 6. So that's what 30. That's hot. That's why I picked this, because I thought, ooh, we're not writing numbers into the millions. So we need to divide that amount of money by 8. Right. 3 divided by 8. Can't do it. That's the question. It's 3. It's not how many 3s are in 8. It's 3 divided by 8. 0. So then we carry the 3 across. We're doing now 30 divided by 8. So how many 8s are in 30? So 1 8 is 8, 2 8s are 16, 3 8s are 24, 4 8s are 32. That's too far. So 3 8s are 24. Okay, and we've got a remainder, 24 to 30 is a remainder of 6. So we need to carry our 6 across. Now, how many 8s are in 60? So 1 8 is 8, 2 8 is 16, 3 8 is 24, 4 8 are 32, 5 8 are 40, 6 8 are 48, 7 8 are 56. What's the remainder to 60? 4. How many 8s are in 40? 5. But it's not 375, because how many 8s are in 0? 0, 0, 0. Don't forget about the other zeros. Okay? Because what is 8 divided by 0 divided by 8? Nothing. So you just keep putting the zeros. You can't carry nothing. It just means the same thing. So what is this number that is left? So it's 3, 7, 5, 0. 0, 0 is 4 zeros. So if you're not sure what that number is, okay, you can work backwards. So you've got your 1s, your 10s, your 100s, and your 1000s, and you've got your 10,000s, and you've got your 100,000s. And how many 100,000s? So this must, and what's after 100,000? Sorry, that's what I meant to say. Million. So you've got 3,750,000. And there's no 10s, 100s, 1s. So 3,750,000. That's how much each charity gets. Now, I just need to go and get something. I'm back. Those of you who missed, I did dress up as Gangsta Granny as best as I could at the beginning of the lesson. I had to fetch as many black things that I could. Well done today. You have passed the David Walliams. I hope you can hear me, by the way. You have passed the David Walliams maths quiz. Tomorrow, we're going to be back for Julia Donaldson. I'm so excited because our house is literally books of Julia Donaldson. So I'm going to take this off. One thing I want to let you know about, as a lot of you will know, on Thursday, myself and Lara from Theatre of Science, which I know a lot of you have come from, and Holly from English with Holly are going to be doing a chat. It's World Book Day, and we're going to do an introductory chat at 11:30 on Thursday morning about Harry Potter. Just a quick chat, introducing ourselves and what we're going to be doing for the day. It's not going to be a long chat, but it'll be really nice to work together. We're called Core Collision. And we're going to be introducing how our individual lessons through the day are going to feature Harry Potter. Like on Maths Live on Thursday, it's going to be themes like Harry Potter, like today. The information about that event is now on the events page. So if you go on to Lara's events or my events or Holly's events, there is an event called Core Collision. Okay, and it's at 11:30. If you click on that event now, the details about how to watch are on there. And I would have a look as quick as possible because there's a limited number that can take part. So I urge you to, I bet some of you are going now, so just rush over, don't rush, but you'll be fine. Just go and have a look, get a parent to have a look for you and to take part. But in the meantime, I will be, and the challenge, there isn't a challenge question for today's lesson. I'm simply going to put up the Julia Donaldson quiz straight after this. So you can go on and have a go at that before tomorrow's lesson. Thank you very much for taking part, and I'll see you tomorrow.